Hi everyone, welcome to the Module 5. For Module 5, you're going to be reading Chapter 16 and 17. You have your presentation, which we'll go over, and you have your MyEcon Lab work. Couple key things to remember. With your presentation, make sure that you're focusing on a PowerPoint presentation, putting the information in detailed speaker's notes. That's very important to remember. A lot of people do not put that information in detailed speaker notes. So make sure to focus on those detailed speaker notes to put that information in. Let me open this up. Okay, so what you're going to look at, you're going to focus on a company. You're going to research the aspects of the company. You're going to look at elasticity, labor decisions, retention of new employees, adaptation to the economy, the future, and how the company needs to exist. Do not spend a lot of time on demographics and history. That's where a lot of people get confused. Spend more time on the use of economic terms in your analysis. That's really more important. You need to make sure also that you're not using Wikipedia, you're not using Investopedia, and you have APA formatting as well. That's very important to focus on in your work. APA formatting is key because APA formatting is going to be a way that you're going to use to present your information. So for this week, we're going to look at the role of the Fed in the money system. Money is anything that can be used to exchange goods and services, and it's accepted by both buyers and sellers. There's three key characteristics: medium of exchange, barter, double coincidence of wants, unit of account, and store of value. All of these three characteristics relate to how money will relate in our economy. It's very important to look at these because they'll help us to establish how money is defined. And we look at how money is defined, it'll help us to know there's many things that take on characteristics of money that we need to focus on. There are different types of monetary systems. You have commodity money and you have fiat money. When you look at commodity money is anything that holds value. Fiat money is anything that has value, but it's based off of someone stating that's the value it has. When we look at the money supply, we're going to divide money into two different things. We're going to divide money into M1 and M2. M1 is going to be anything that's very liquid. So currency, traveler's checks, demand deposits, all of those are going to be part of M1. Now M2 is going to be anything else, everything in M1 plus savings deposits, small time deposits, money market mutual funds. Now when we look at a bank has many ways to create money. When we look at a bank, when banks have ability to create money, you'll know that where the money comes from and where it goes. So in a bank's balance sheets, they have both liabilities and assets. Liabilities are the sources of funds for a bank. Assets are the funds of a bank, including loans and reserves. You'll notice in this example that assets equal liabilities. The amount of money that's deposited, $2,000 is deposited, is the amount of money that they are able to loan out, $2,000. Banks can loan the money that's taken out. Then we look at a bank's balance sheets. We're going to be looking at reserves, which is money that's held at a bank. Required reserve, which is the amount of money that banks are required to hold because of the Fed. And excess reserves, additional reserves that banks hold above the required amount. Banks create money using the money multiplier. And what the money multiplier is, it's a ratio that looks at how we can calculate how much the banking system can create from one deposit. So if someone deposits $100 in the bank and the money multiplier is 10, it will go through the economy 10 times. So 100 times 10 will give us the money multiplier of 1,000. Why have banks recently started to hold vast amounts of excess reserves? During 2008, you notice that banks held few excess reserves because they wanted to lend money out. That was a very important thing to them. Now they started to loan less money out. So banks are very slim to loan money out. And now they're holding many more excess reserves, which is causing a lot of challenges for an economy. and a lot of challenges that economy has to deal with. So that's very interesting to evaluate as well. These are some of the concepts we're going to focus on this week. If you have any questions or if you need any additional resources, please let me know as I look forward to your reference.